Hey, we're back for more Shakespeare, and pardon the terrible hair. This is the best that I could do with it after the show, but whatever, that's fine. We're still working on Henry IV, Part 2, and today we hear from Prince Henry in Act 4, Prince Hal, in Act 4, Scene 2, according to the folio. According to other versions of the play, we are now in Act 4, Scene 5. So the last scene, or earlier in this scene, depending on which version you're looking at, the king reminded us that he's kind of afraid of what the country is going to become when he dies and Prince Hal becomes king. But then yesterday we had Warwick sort of standing up for Prince Hal and saying, actually, no, I think he's hanging out with those ruffians so that he can learn their language, and then he'll turn it around on them once he's king and everything will be fine. And then somebody comes in and is like, hey, the rebels are defeated. They all stood down for like no good reason. And then the king gets really, really ill, and they take him to like a bedchamber so that he can have a bit of a lie down. And lots of versions consider that the scene break. So then Act 4, Scene 5, which is still Act 4, Scene 2, according to the folio, starts out with Prince Hal coming in to see his dad and make sure that his dad has heard that essentially they've won. They have no opposition anymore. And everybody's like, shh, he's sleeping, shh. And as the king is sleeping, they have taken his crown off and they have set it down. And part of this monologue is spoken to the crown, so this will be the crown for right now, just because it's kind of important. So anyway, they're like, be quiet, and they're like, we're gonna go outside. Do you want to come with us? And Prince Henry says, no, I will sit and watch here by the king. Why doth the crown lie there upon his pillow, being so troublesome a bedfellow? O polished perturbation, golden care that keeps the ports of slumber wide open to many a watchful night. Sleep with it now, yet not so sound, and half so deeply sweet as he whose brow, with homely big and bound, snores out the watch of night. O majesty, when thou dost pinch thy bearer, thus thou dost sit like rich armor worn in heat of day, that scalds with safety by his gates, By his gates of breath there lies a downy feather which stirs not. Did he suspire, that light and weightless down force must move. My gracious lord, my father. This sleep is sound indeed. This is a sleep that from this golden wriggle hath divorced so many English kings. Thy due from me is tears and heavy sorrows of the blood, which nature, love, and filial tenderness shall, oh dear Father, pay thee plenteously. My due from thee is this imperial crown, which, as immediate from thy place and blood, derives itself to me. Lo, here it sits, which heaven shall guard, and put the world's whole strength into one giant arm. It shall not force this lineal honor from me. This from thee will I to mine leave, as 'tis left to me. And then he leaves. He puts the crown on his head and he leaves because he thinks that his dad just died right smack in front of him there. And this is Shakespeare, and it's only Act 4, so there has to be more to follow after this, right? Right? Yeah, we'll get to find out the repercussions of him putting on the crown and leaving the room tomorrow. I'll see you then. Mwah.